Are you planning on buying a house in 2022? Thinking about asking your parents for their advice? Before you do, be sure and listen to this very important message. Hi, I'm Kelly Vandever. I'm a real estate agent in the Atlanta, Georgia area with Keller Williams, North Atlanta. I was working with a young man who was buying his first home. He was close with his parents, and he wanted them to see the houses that we were looking at. This client was a little younger than my children, and his parents were around my same age. And like many people in our age bracket, they hadn't bought a house in 20-some years. It was a very different market a few decades ago, very different than what you find in 2022. If you're buying a home in 2022 and one of your parents is not in real estate, you really need to find a good real estate agent to help you. The advice your parents give you in 2022 may just keep you from being able to buy a house. For example, parents might tell you, hey, offer them the asking price, or offer them $5,000 below the asking price. Right now, if it's a newly listed house, if the listing agent has done their job and priced it right, if the house is in good shape, the strategy of offering the list price or a little below is never going to work. What happens most often is if a house is in good shape, it will sell within the first week. And there will be multiple offers on that house. And those offers will likely be more than the asking price, maybe even tens of thousands more than the asking price. The question you have to ask yourself is, what is the price that you can go to, that you'll be comfortable with, and not get a sick feeling in your stomach because you would have been willing to offer more money to get that house, but then you lose the house? There are other nuances. I've made other videos about that. Check out the links below. Know that you have to put in the best offer to get that house. Now, there is one caveat. If the house has been listed for multiple months, you might be able to get it at asking or below asking price, unless it's being offered by one of those companies that buys houses through the internet. In that case, well, I've heard some stories. Maybe I'll cover that in a future video. But know that mom or dad's advice to go in at asking or below asking is probably not going to work if you want to buy a house. Another piece of advice mom and dad might give you is to sleep on it. Make sure this is the right decision for you. I wish things weren't so crazy. When I represent a seller, I encourage them to make sure everybody gets at least one night's sleep on the offers that they put in. But when you are on the buyer's side of purchasing a house, you are at the mercy of the person selling the house and their agent. I remember it clearly. It was a Wednesday. A new listing came up that was available in a neighborhood that my clients really wanted to be in. I called the agent. Are you going to list through the entire weekend? Do I need to get my folks in there on Thursday, or can we wait till Friday morning? Oh yes, we're going to list all weekend long. Trust me. Okay, I've booked the first appointment for Friday morning. Thanks so much. The call came in on Thursday night. They accepted an offer. We never even got in to see it. Mom and dad aren't used to that kind of urgency. If you see a new house come on the market, look at those pictures right away. If it's something you want to see, schedule with your agent to go see it right away. If it's something you love, put in an offer right away. Everything happens fast. If you want to buy a house, you got to be willing to keep up. And bad advice number 3 parents can give is that because you're buying the house, you've got some leverage. But remember what I said earlier about multiple offers? Most smart sellers are going to accept a backup offer. And if they don't have a backup offer, they can probably call those other people that put in those offers and find somebody else who's willing to buy the house. Look, most people selling a house are reasonable people. If you go through a home inspection and you see that there are some things that need to be taken care of, most sellers will try to work with you to get that done. But realize that right now, sellers are the one with the leverage. Know what you're willing to accept so that you can still be sure and get that house. Look, parents mean well. I'm a parent. I love it when my kids come to me for advice. Your folks may have great advice to offer, but if they haven't bought real estate in the last few years, they don't know what's going on. So send them a link to this video so that they can get a better understanding about what's going on in the market in 2022. If you need some help buying or selling a house in the metro Atlanta area, reach out. Let's set up a time to talk.